Yo, my nigga. Yo, listen, my nigga. I'm watching this cable show, right? Yo, I'm gonna let you know how real my situation is a certain type of way. But another person, you're not worried about me. I'm real nice, my nigga. But another person ain't gonna tell you this. And this is really, but let me show you something. Hey, and my head has never been, and it doesn't have the swerve in the back. And my head has never been, and it doesn't have the swerve in the back. My head doesn't even have the swerve in the back. And let me just let you know something, my nigga. You know my hair, because of my humidity, my hair is a little puffy or something. So don't think about the swerve in the back. But let me just tell you how real this is. I got a small head, my nigga. A literal small head. Might have a bit. I'm just tell you how real this is. I got a small head, my nigga. A literal small head. Might have a bit. I might have a nice size dick that you wouldn't believe. It wouldn't grow no dog length or nothing like that. But I have a real nice size pipe. Real pipe where it went the grip the grip the grip wants it already because it's naturally for the grip and 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 the grip needs it literally. But anyway, let me show you how real this is, my nigga. Y'all watching this television show. Be careful, Amazon. They're on some sperm donor shit. No, no, actually, it's something different. You know, this is okay what I'm viewing, but be careful of them chicks, my nigga, because let me show you how real this is. They're looking. You ever had individuals at a time? You ever had a man that go out that been scared about certain things happening at a time because of their human condition and how they offended the astrological empresses, and then the other individual be a certain type of way? What would have caused a galactic war? What would I have lost or would I have loved about myself that I would have had to run outside to find out what happened? Other individuals in the paradigm of time, I'm being real. I love my situations. Other individuals in the paradigm of time was literally going and knew that they dignity offended an individual because remember, the paradigm of time. Some empress has had a planet, so if they knew certain things, they were going after certain individuals, even in the paradigm of time. And then when they went after the individuals in the paradigm of time, what happened? It was because the literal empress offended her dignity, and then she was looking for sperm donors to manipulate because of what Liv did. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna be real. Another person wondering about other situations, a certain type of way. I'm telling individuals, and let me tell you, Liv might have charged off for me, and I didn't realize at the time because the chick that did it did. Well, they just shot the nigga. I tried to tell them that they should be listening. Well, only if they could have heard. You see, the energy is struggling because it wants to communicate to me at the same time. Just like you heard my speech just now, I said only if they could have heard me, but it sounded like only if they could have heard me. But the only reason why is because the light reflection and the vibrations of certain individuals are certain type of purity that the energy is just trying to get at me, and on top of it, it's trying to speak a certain type of way. So one got to be very careful and stuff. But listen, my dude, if you these chicks, some of these chicks offended dignity through time. Listen to other people, and some of these other girls were manipulated by other empresses. And then I had daughters, literal daughters, that had bad relationships through time, and then they left their husband and other type of situations happened. They learned some other type of magic, probably in Japan, China, somewhere other places, and then they tried to disappear through time on other individuals, try to rekindle their relationship, cause some loose ass type of mentality, and then next thing you know, want to be on some hooker getting money, and then they hiding and then hoping. You remember the story about about me when I fell asleep and my two daughters tried to rape me in in the move in the Bible. They tell you about two. There was two daughters a man fell asleep and they try to take advantage of a man when he slept. Not only did that happen once, it happened with some elf daughters of mine also. So be very careful because the chicks that did that were also elves. You know what I'm saying? So be very careful about a situation. A person has to be real nice to communicate in a certain type of way. And then I have sons in a paradigm of time that did certain things. Another person thought I forgot. I never forgot my sons. It's just sometimes there was times I even put my sons. I used to lock up my sons and do all type of things and put them on their plane. They couldn't even leave because certain of them was so real a certain type of way. I just couldn't lose it a certain type of way. Even though they were like I can't even tell another individual why I did something a certain type of way for their own sake because they even had their own frequency at a time that they kept their own regimen to what was going on to their human condition, to their physical reality, so they would never even be hurt. So another individual, hey, listen, another individual is different. Sometimes certain things happen. You just got to give it a little time before you see the reality. Because you think something happened to somebody and it'll be another like a type of different situation and stuff. I'm gonna be real with an individual, a person. I won't tell individuals everything about the human condition of the physical reality, but you have chicks that's literally out there, my nigga, that's looking that's looking for sperm donors, and they already did wrong. And then these are chicks that might have learned how to heal their anatomy, and then on top of it, because of certain things that happen within their relationship, they might be vindictive to my sons a certain type of way, and it's trying to get at my son's privacy through the paradigm of time because of certain things that they did. Because a man reconditions something, they don't understand why a man reconditions something. Then they had their situation a certain type of way, and then on top of it, then they already be trying to attack individuals. It's like hooking you up with endless sex, and then you say ha 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 ha, I got you now, or you let it go. This is no good. Sometimes, and then the person wonders why, and then when they learn a certain type of way, say this is okay, but it's not okay because once they start offending the light, if a person does something, don't you have to make sure what the person's doing a certain type of way? Then what you think? Like I say, yo, listen, I have an individual at a time, a certain other type of way. There's something's also going on. Either is the individual another type of way, or it might be something else going on a certain type of way. And let me show you something. My wife is literally catching a recharge at this time. So another individual is a certain type of way, and he's wondering why and why is it going so crazy a certain type of, because something I did a certain type of way. Another person may not been a certain type of way at a time until I advanced them a certain type of way in the paradigm. It's just like what I used to do for my wives a certain type of way. When I used to think that certain things that they needed to refine themselves and to be okay, I used to do certain things for them naturally, and the next thing you know, they would just go and all type of stuff. And in the paradigm, it happens certain ways because depending on my wife, and my wife always watches me a certain type of way consciously, and then she always lets me know if something a certain type of way. But then I have, I'm just being real, and then you have people in life that is, certain things are going on with them, and other individuals in time. And it's just like if an individual does something a certain type of way, that's why you gotta watch your sexual conduct. That's why I told my sons they can't be in other relationships, because you got other real niggas that really keep their relationship precise, and then you go have the wrong sexual conduct with somebody, and somebody just try to do something to you because say, hold on. I don't want to say this. You see what commercials are? Then listen. Then you have a chick. You remember what I told you about sanitation one time? Imagine sanitation, the Titan niggas putting on armor, going after sanitation individuals and shit. And then you have other individuals. The reasons why the Titans are going after individuals because you have sanitation that's trying to get their money up because they wanna show off with Transformers on some on some pre-prime Transformers, and then they want to get money. Sanitation niggas are the type of niggas that just want to get money and shit. So them niggas trying to buy all type of nice cars, and then they see cars certain ways, and then they want cars and stuff, and then all it is, then they meet a girl, and imagine working sanitation and physics, then you meet a girl that just wants to ventilate all day and stuff. You outside, the truck spreading out the fucked up fumes, and then all of a sudden you meet a girl that just venting all day. When she sees you, she just want to vent at the time, like, and you be like, oh, and then it'd be like the commercial, if you have some type of infection, and then the girl got up off, you seen the girl get up off the couch a certain type of way, and I looked at her like, yo, what the fuck? Hold up. And imagine, literally, and then imagine running into a chick that knows something like that, and then other people going out there having crazy sexual conduct, and then one day you say you go to a family party, and then you wondering what your family look like a certain type of way, and then you really see your family like, oh, wow, my family for real. Your family ain't popping. Your family is nice. and then all of a sudden you just see you went out there and had sexual conduct with mad people when you weren't supposed to, and then you find something perfect for you a certain type of way, and then on top of it, then a person, you might have a family member that really know me and be like, this is so and so, and then you try to deal with something and say, no, you can't have it, this is so and so, and if you tensions keep going, they just ain't gonna say nothing at the time. Just, oh, okay. And then on top of it, say you out there already having fucked up sexual conduct with chicks that know how to ventilate, like sanitation and stuff, all day. Oh, whoa, what the hell is that? And then you wondering what happened and stuff, and a show doesn't even tell you. You're like, what? Oh my lord. You're my nigga. The only case you wouldn't believe. A nigga working sanitation and he want pussy? Yo, my nigga. If you work in sanitation, you already got pussy home. This is what? Yo, my nigga. Yo, my nigga. Yo, my nigga. Yo, my nigga. I'll be watching, looking at sanitation. I came up with hazmat suits for sanitation. I came up with a certain type of urban gear that they wear as like a hazmat suit while they're doing sanitation. Mandatory that it been like this from back in the days. Mandatory that you wear this all through the time while you're doing work. And then on top of it, another individual naturally had natural face covering. Another person says, what are you speaking about? Let me tell you something. You ever went to the makeup, like MAC, L'Oreal, and other type of places, and you wonder about the commercials? They have natural face appliement for you, covering for your face while you're doing sanitation. You're not supposed to just go do sanitation. Another person, they're supposed to show you certain things for your own type of consciousness, but you have some people that don't know nothing about it. Because if you're a certain type of matter, you don't even got to worry about it. But if you go do sanitation, and especially if you're a dark matter, and then you're from a certain astrological tree, let me tell you something, my nigga. It's just like, let me show you something. There was a chick that I knew a certain type of way. If I caught somebody doing sanitation that was her, that slept with her, I would literally murder you, my nigga. This girl named, you want me to be honest with you, her name was Nicole Smith and stuff. Nobody even knew about it because another person doesn't know. She might not know who I am according to her astrological tree, so she can never really find out that I'm the real elder of her astrological tree a certain type of way. And then on top of it, she's a dark matter, and her planet is my wife, and then she's a certain part. I don't want to speak about it. I explained everything on YouTube already. Her name was Nicole Smith. If I ever caught somebody from sanitation dealing with her, and they were dark skinned and dark matter, my nigga, it's just like, yo, she's already a death. I don't need no type of slight glare occurrence happening inside her anatomy, so I'll literally murder that individual through the paradigm of time. It's just like what happened with me and Puffy. You know what I'm saying? I got hurt. Puffy was running around, taking advantage of what I was hurt, and people targeted him because of his consciousness. And then from right then and there, one day I'm watching something. I seen something about him a certain type of way. I knew from right then and there, I shouldn't even watch. I was turned off from already watching the TV crew from certain things like that. It was like, that's it. Then on top of it, you have individuals on a certain next type of way that has a certain type of oath to their physical reality that is my real purity. and then they resemble, and then they wonder what is the physical punishment for the way they are in a humane condition, and then another person doesn't know the reason of the depth of the reality or something. I don't say nothing. Then on top of it, imagine a chick like this chick. She was already smoking weed. I'm looking at her every day stress. She's smoking weed. Some things are natural for her, a certain type of way. She can't smoke weed like that. Telling people, yo, she gotta go to work. You can't have her smoking weed like that. If she's smoking weed, she gotta literally refine a certain type of chemistry has to be placed in her a certain type of way, and then she can't be outside like that and being with other niggas. And once that happens, she can't run around no more. What happened? The day I went to go handle situations, my wife already had the regimen. This one nigga comes, oh no, I'm gonna take you, Then I didn't say nothing that night. Some next chick comes along. Oh, come. Who was the other chick? Lives a hostess. I'm over there doing certain things. This chick looking at me like so. I'm looking at this chick like, how did that happen? It looked like my son's girlfriend just needed her life saved a certain type of way, and they were just watching me just to make sure about the situation. I said, yo, you know something? I'ma just wild out on my girl when I see her because she be around like I don't pay attention, like I don't notice her, and then she be trying to take advantage of people. And niggas be like, what you talking about? I be like, yo, listen, more money. My girl be like, yo, what you talking about? I used to see my shorty, she used to be like, yo, this and I used to look at her like, yo, listen, man. If I catch you with other niggas, you're gonna be in some serious situations. One day I was with her, she was like, yo, why you doing this and this and the other cuss so, and she acting all funny with me. And then I'm wondering, what is she acting funny for in the physical when I was already okay with her? But you wanna know what it was? Before my girl got with me, right? Listen, before my girl got with me a certain type of way, there was a girl named Vanessa Bastien that tried to take advantage of me before I even showed her that I even had any sperm. They tried to take advantage of me when I was younger, right? They tried to manipulate me to be with her. You know who did that? Lay and Live. Not only was it Live, it was literally Lay. And then they were taking advantage, they were using the girls to take advantage of me a certain type of way for the humane condition. That I get to my shorty one day, me and my shorty chilling, this one chick, my shorty arguing me, this one chick just boxed down my shorty one time, my shorty does a cartwheel and stuff. I'm looking at shorty that hit my shorty, and I'm like, oh man, that's it after that. You know, there ain't nothing to say after that because nobody knows what's going on with my shorty. My shorty just does she hits shorty, my shorty does a cartwheel. I'm looking at my shorty. I'm like, oh man, yo. For some reason, my whole energy of my life, I'm not even thinking about certain things. My energy of my life was like, you know, I'm gonna leave that alone. Everybody's, oh, you're the man. I'm like, oh yeah. I said, oh yeah. We over there chilling. We were by a place, we were by around Glenwood area around the time. And we wasn't on Glenwood, but we were right around Glenwood area. And I was on my way to my house, and this chick, my shorty got mad and started arguing me, like, yo, you need to this and other so. And I'm like, yo, what's wrong? She said something to me. Hey, you fucking this and the other. You fucking bitch. You fucking so. You little, you should be some enforcement bitch. You an enforcement bitch or something, she said to me. She got so mad when she turned around. She said, that's the fucking, you gotta tell me that like other people. You gotta say shit like that to me. I was like, she got real mad, and then Shorty swung at my shorty. My shorty did a cartwheel. I was like, oh, that was it. I just went home after that. I was like, wow, I don't even want to be with this chick. This chick is mad. She seemed like she was being mad and real with me, and then look what happened. I'm like, oh man. I'm like, then my shorty wondering what's going on, and I'm like, I'm just not even saying nothing at the time. I'm like, yo, listen, man. They were already targeting my shorty. I think my shorty's sister, she, she, I think my shorty's sister was targeting her to manipulate her a certain type of way at the time. A person says, "What are you speaking about?" I said, there was this chick that I knew. There was a couple chicks. Let me tell you about. There was a girl named Eliana that I knew. I was cool with. She was cool, but she was going through her own little situation because people were targeting her for some reason about something. There was there was another teacher that I was cool with also, but certain things was happening with her a certain type of way. And there was other mad little pretty girls that I knew a certain type of way. Um, this one girl, she just said she didn't care. She just wanted to get money, hang out, and she didn't care about other individuals because she ended up indulging and doing certain things a certain type of way, and then fucked up her family's secrecy a certain type of way. Couldn't hang out with her. Another nigga, he had a situation, but he was tied up with another situation a certain type of way. Couldn't be with that nigga, hang out with that nigga because Shorty violated his secrecy. And then on top of it, there was another. What was the other chick? There was a couple other chicks, man. There was this chick that was in my class. Her sister was bad. Her sister was real bad. But she was. I think she was targeting. I think she was from a family that was targeting her. This next girl. Uh, well, I don't know, man, because there was a couple of them. I think I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you how real this is. There was this girl named Natasha. Age, age, age was she had some type of vow with this chick named Age, and this chick named Age, this chick named Liv, Age, and I think Diana. She had some type of vow when it came to this chick named Liv, Age, and Diana, and then on top of it, she 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 had another vow with my wife, a certain type, my next wife. My next wife, my nigga, she used to be on some real squawking shit. Like, yo, she was like it seemed like she was like from a bird calendar. She was like some real squawking shit. And then my wife, my wife, they knew about it, just didn't show up on these other chicks. It was so real. There was another one that was okay out of all of them, but I never really got with her because she used to hang out with too many niggas and stuff. Her name, matter of fact, let me show you how real this is. This girl named, I remember her name, just because I remember that girl name. Her name was Cassandra. She looked like this chick that stole a jade jewel, and there's like a bird that literally was just trying to manipulate the physical reality. She looked like a fucked up version of the jade bird or something. She was kind of funny, but she looked like this chick named she looked like a funny version of this next Hispanic chick that I knew named Lisa, and there was another one named the, the, you know you know these chick Damaris and them was cool. Debbie, she just went and fucked up her life, and you know Lisa, she was alright, but Lisa was like, she was a little off with her situation at a certain time. I don't know what it was with her, but she wasn't really with her situation the way she was supposed to be. But I don't know. I don't want to get into it. Probably certain things I don't get into it. Through time, I don't ask nobody questions. I don't do things like that. There was a chick named Cassandra that was Liv. Like Liv just got a certain type of fit, a certain type of way in her human condition, and then just it was like a warning sign. She was like around for like some type of warning sign or something. I looked at. But I think she was a squawker. But I think how it happened, it was probably somebody that did an oath. I don't think she got into the anatomy. I think somebody did an oath, and then she was holding down them individuals in the physical reality for an oath at the time because I guess they wanted to look out for me a certain type of way or they were around me. It was probably something else. something happens naturally with some people, not all the time, but sometimes in certain type of settings and or those type of climates, because in those settings, around those times, was different of the humane condition and the reality was different around the times. After a while, it was, it wasn't, it was different. I didn't feel the vibration of certain things type of ways from them, like certain type of ways. There was a chick named Monique, that was Cassandra's sister, and there was a Natasha. But Natasha looked like she was like some type of so she was like some type of squawker. And then there was I think it's a couple of them. It was Natasha, another chick. She lived over there by Flat. She lived over there by around Flatbush, and there was another chick. She lived over there by going towards Kings Highway sides and stuff. And then there was Monique, but Cassandra looked like she was just literally spying on me. Like she looked like some little funny bird bitch that was just spying on me for lives and shit, and just just caught up in the life and shit. And then she she looked she looked like she looked like she had some type of silver hawk call. Like I think they were from Atlanta or something. They were probably from Silverhawk call or something, or some funny situation or something. But then there was Monique. Monique didn't know nothing in life and stuff. Monique was just, I don't know, that chick just, for some reason, she looked like them two were just taking advantage of her day by every day or something. It looked like that type of situation. I hope that wasn't ever the reality. I hope she got to know herself and know who she was, but it looked like they took advantage of her every day. They were just taking advantage of her, and she'd been through so much in life, and I just couldn't. And there was one time I even liked her, but I don't know, for some reason I got this funny vibe from her. I just couldn't deal with her. Like my heart felt a little funny towards her after a while. Like I don't know what it was, but then there was if I would ever been in a relationship back in there, I would have been in a relationship. But I don't know what it was. But if I would chill with her, me and her be mad cool and stuff. There was but I don't think she was from I don't think she was from Diana's family. You know, I don't think she was from Diana's family a certain type of way and stuff. But I think I'm not too sure, man. I'm not too sure. But anyway, um, there was, Monique is a real chick though. Monique, she used to hang out with mad niggas, and she knew how to fend for herself a certain type of way at times, and then she kept to herself because a lot of men want to always take advantage of her. But I don't know. I just never had like, me and her never. Anyway, so it's just there was a couple other chicks. There was another chick. I don't want to tell you all their names and stuff. There was other Mushu chicks that that knew about what happened to the Mings and what happened to other individuals at a time they used to live around Glenwood and stuff. There was these other chicks that I knew. There were a certain type of way. I don't know if they did funny things a certain type of way. There was a couple of them. There was this girl named, me and her was mad cool, but all day she would just wild out. Her name was Ayana and stuff. She 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 kept it official. She kept it official. She kept to herself and kept it official a certain type of way. She might have think that I might not have realized what was going on, but she was a real Mushu chick also. She was a real Mushu chick. But she kept it official a certain type of way. She she might have not thought that I knew that she kept it official and she kept to herself. So she didn't really like people being in her business like that a certain type of way. And I noticed the difference. And she looked like she got it in at times too. Like she used to be out there like she was a chick that she would she could have manhandled even niggas, certain type of niggas sometimes. But she was mad cool though. She was mad cool. Like she was a chick like if you wanted to hang out, if you were a nigga and y'all hanging out, you had a party, like she was one of them chicks. Like yo, oh what up, what's that? So while hanging out with niggas, nobody had to do nothing to her. She was already naturally just a cool person. Her and her whole, all of them, all the ones I was speaking about in a way. You know, they weren't people that really, you know, they like hanging out with people and stuff. I don't know what it was. They were just cool, but they were pretty chicks too. You know, they were nice, pretty chicks. You know, Ayana looked like she could have been a little prettier, but she never let nobody know and stuff. Like she had this little pretty look to her some type of way at a time. But as you know, I don't know, things happen in time. If things was different, I never really hung out with Ayana and got into it and tried to find out anything about her. I just I know it was mad at them, but I just they used to hang out, but I never really got into the situation. Then there was yeah, the girl Nicole, because I used to have to man. And then there was a couple other chicks. There was this one chick that I was supposed to be with. Her her human condition, she was a real one of a real wonderful situation. Ended up not dealing with her because of this girl named uh, 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 Shay, but they used to call her Linda and stuff. You know, I couldn't deal with her because she had this next girl that used to scheme on me, and she got caught up in a situation, and she was mad cool, but she couldn't tell me certain things at a time because the way she was already naturally. Because I think that was Liv and stuff also with her. This girl named Armeta, but then you had Linda, but that was like the real shady stuff. And they used to hang out with this next girl. And they used to beef kind of a little bit with this next girl. I used to go over there. There used to be a couple of them. There was other girls. I don't know if they knew them that lived around there, but I didn't. I never told them that I knew them too. I don't think they didn't go to the same school and stuff. There was a girl. There was another girl also that used to hang out with them. This girl named Melissa. Me and her was cool. We were supposed to hang out and be together, but we never got together because some other nigga was like he was stalking her, and his homeboy couldn't wait just to black them all out just to get to the pussy and shit. So he would come. His name was Willie. He used to come around and shit and just be like, "Yo, listen, man, you're not gonna get with this yet, man. I just gotta get this shit, man. This is one of the chicks I just gotta really get." And so I hooked her up with this dude named this dude named what was his name Jermaine and shit. Jermaine. I hooked up with this Guyanese nigga that I think was Jamaican named Jermaine and shit. And but I think from Guyana region really. And then because she wanted to get money at the time, she was sitting there broke. These niggas were scheming us to get money. These are all day fuck forget life. It don't matter. I don't gotta tell you no more about that after that. And then they used to hang out, you know, Willie was cool, but Willie was a dark skinned, wild type of individual that just, you know, really remind me of a nigga named really remind me of this next nigga back in the days. I was mad young around the time. Like matter of fact, I wasn't even hanging out in Flatbush areas. I was in really, really other places at the time. People wouldn't even believe it. This guy named Richie and stuff. This next kid named Richie that I knew from something else. He reminded me of that dude and stuff. But really looked like really looked like there was something about Willie that he never said that he was just. It looked like he always waited for his opportunity. He looked like one of them niggas that had plans or something and waited for some opportunity. So the way he gave me the vibe sometimes for some reason he was mad cool with me, but he had his own type of plans and stuff a certain type of way. It's just like Ayana used to be mad cool with me also, but she just fell back at a time like, yo man, something I don't know, something about them was a little different and stuff. Like, you know, those were different. They had different type of vibe. But me and Ayana we were real cool. But there was something, something else with the individual a certain type of way. Uh, Anyway, let me see. Uh, there was there was other things that was going on, you know. But anyway, certain chicks I couldn't have been with, I wanted to be with, and then you had the fuck up chicks, you know. You had Justine Sealy, you had I was one of I enjoyed that relationship a certain type of way physically because certain but another nigga was screaming and stuff, you know. Another nigga went around acting like Puff Daddy while I was with that chick. He was probably going to people like, take that, yeah, I do this, I do that, and then as he's in his situation of his humane condition, other people thinking everybody probably thought he was alright, and probably while I was having sex with Justine, he was probably other places doing other things for people, and then lying to their anatomy, fucking up their anatomy for sure. You two niggas don't do it for that. Probably hanging out with niggas that just wanted to cause the wrong type of humane condition for other niggas. I'm over here, the real situation that's supposed to be with certain chicks having money, doing certain things. You had other niggas who use them out. It's just like my house was like, you ever heard of Baby Summer House that just had cars and all type of things, nobody wanted to tell them what was going on. And then I'm every day broke one doing wildlife is so hard and everybody's having the time of their life partying, God. And every day, still to this day, how did they do it? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not getting into what they got into. I can't get into certain things. My energy won't even allow me to get into certain things because it's like when I go to jail, if somebody ever tried to lock me in, I feel like my energy feels super uncomfortable. And then every time I come out, there's like a real deterioration, a certain type of way of the physical reality. And I don't even, if I stay out of trouble, another person doesn't know what I'm speaking about. You have to see it for yourself to know what I'm speaking about. And then you had people. It felt like people was trying to use me to get money funded. It felt like there was people out there trying to use me just for money to get funding for some money and all type of stuff. And then hey, man, I don't know, I don't get into certain things and stuff. So. Some people, a man hanging out, supposed to be with his family. You have the younger generation because when I was doing certain things, I made sure certain generation, when something happened, I call another nigga, and then you find out, just how real my situation is. But then you have, the younger generation that been kids, and you had the other generation doing their family. Then you had that try to change the emotions of the elder generation because they just wanted to manipulate what the elder generation knew. And then, other people at times, probably younger generations that wanted power and magic, lying to the elder generation, like, oh, you don't need your dad. You're the man instead, man. You don't need your dad. Nigga being old, getting young pussy, nigga keep hooking him up with young pussy, nigga getting ignorant. Then he knows one of the younger ones knew that he knows something because one of them probably mistalked. My wife probably did or said something. One of them probably seen something. Started targeting old people, and then the younger generation is just getting rid of other niggas. It's just like you don't need your dad, you don't need your brother that's watching you neither. After a while, you just take a cupcake every day. You don't need nothing. Oh man, wow man. Family dead and gone, can't do nothing about it. Then you wondering what happened because they need me, so you ain't need your brother. After a while, the pussy that nigga getting, it must have been real focused by certain niggas that, the younger generation, you think, oh man. Funny. You would go somewhere you wouldn't even believe something just because. And then you wonder how it happened. There was this martial arts movie I wanted you to see. about this barnyard situation with this dude. He was a little Asian nigga. You know, he looked like he was from the region of uh, like the region of Eastern Asia or something. North part of that region. He had like a funny type of barnyard scene because of pressure from other individuals and because something that happened in astrological tree. So he followed a set of certain emotions. So he was an innocent dude. But he followed a set of certain emotions of other individuals. And because I wasn't around a certain type of way at the time, they say, he went and did something, and then individuals like, what the fuck, and then he had this little barnyard thing like, yo, bottom bitch, bottom bitch, bottom bitch, bottom bitch, you know what I'm saying? Another person could have been like, yo, what was that really about? But I made sure in the physics, my children were a certain type of way, so when I did certain things or something, because remember, I was already seeing that I was going to get shot or something was going to happen to me. So I'm looking at my children at the time while I do certain physics for their regimen because if another person going to get at me, they got to be able to fend for themselves. So, something happened a certain type of way. And my wife, she, you know, when I was supposed to refine the astrological tree, he looked like he took advantage of my wife's astrological tree. But the guy in the movie, he had a little book bag, backpack, but he was my son. And he was there was another one that was that seemed like he did movies like him, but my son was the real. It was a couple of them. It wasn't just him. It was a couple of them, but the real one that really, that was real. He was kind of real sensitive with the physical reality. He never wanted to do anything out of place and stuff. It looked like he was a place one time, and then his energy was unbearable to the things he wanted to do. Like he looked like he was real mad at a situation because he seen seeing something at a certain type of way in a certain person's sequence, and then I'm over here watching, and then a person wondering about things, and then say I'm watching an ancient movie, and a person wondering about something that's going to happen in their life, and they're wondering what causing it, and then they try to do preventive measures from fucking up their reality because where they seeing it happen at, and it's something I'm just reviewing, and then at the time when certain things are happening and people were blaming me for certain things happening, I said, yo, that didn't happen. I never really wondered. What are you talking about? I'm serious. I said, I did set the situation, but I never was there in the situation. That's just, I try to tell my son, be careful of what you're looking for because it could be like a Jesus situation. You remember how they used to set up Jesus? They had his regimen, and they were trying to make him follow a certain path or a regimen just to entrap him a certain type of way because they wanted to get certain energy from him because they said he was like from immaculate conception, and then they wanted to get certain energy from him a certain type of way because other people in the paradigm that dishonored their dignity that already tried to get at the Milky Way galaxy that was manipulating the physical reality. So when he was learning his physical reality, it was different. And then, me at the time being around, I went through the situation a certain type of way. So anyway, I don't want to speak about it, but there was another movie, but this guy, he's not like that guy. He was different, but he was he was traveling somewhere in places, and it's like he just hung out with people every day, but it looked like something happened a certain type of way. Now, in the paradigm of time, you would have a child or somebody that looks like him that probably said, yeah, they did this, and they would show. You ever had somebody that lied, did bragging rights and stuff? It's just like this little kid I knew named Reed. He used to lie about situations and do certain things, and then my bad, and it'll be fake. Like he used to set up situations. He used to do real trap, like real. It looked like he was a real trapper and trapper. He was a real trapper. You know what I'm saying? And then he looked like he would just fuck situations up a certain type of way. So, I couldn't hang out with this guy the way he did situations and stuff. And me and him was mad cool, but it wouldn't have been cool if we got to hang out with each other. We just couldn't even ever hang out with each other. But there was another, the kid in the movie, it was an Asian movie I was watching. The kid, he was with this girl in the barnyard, and at the time, he was like, you think you're gonna hold this pussy for me? You're gonna give me this pussy, and then all this is happening to me? Give me this fucking pussy. And then he just, and then he had intercourse with the girl. But when I'm looking at the girl, it was like my heart felt like it felt like my heart dropped because how could that be happening? And then I know I'm supposed to be refining her astrological tree. It's supposed to be me refining her astrological tree, and you actually see some other individual another way touching her, and then I just didn't agree with it. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, you know, I know the person wonders what's going on there. You know, I can't be mad at the dude that did it because I also love his mother. Either way you look at it, I loved all of them that was in that movie. But it was just like when I seen that, it made me feel a certain type of way because it made me think what was my wife doing a certain type of way. And then on top of it, my wife, she can make me feel a certain type of way, or one of my wives, and then probably the movie played a certain type of sequence, and one of my wives on me trying to make me, depending on the situation. But when I seen that movie, I was like, that should have really been me doing that type of situation instead of that other individual. It's just like what they did. It's just like the situation with my wife China when when she came when one time she came through. I was with her, but then it was another type of situation. But another person tried to make a situation look like a situation for something to happen, and another person didn't want to tell an individual. But at the time, it was with me. It was with me and my wife was together another time. But when I really seen another situation, I was like, it was happening repeatedly, and I was wondering about the situation, what I was viewing, and then, I already felt funny during the time. It was like, oh my god, and I was mad because it was not only that chick. I was supposed to be with that chick, another chick, and then on top of it, Liv tried to discipline her even in the movie. Liv appeared in the movie and was in the movie. Literally, the real Liv. She was wearing purple, and she was in the movie. Yeah, it was so real. They started putting hands on the chick. When before that situation happened to her in the barnyard or something, they, they, they were putting hands on her. Like, they were putting hands on her. Like, they whooped her ass and everything. Disciplined her and everything. A bunch of other chicks. A bunch of chicks was in that movie that I should have been with. It was a bunch of them. But the movie, they were killing them though. Somebody was literally going out there killing them. The chick lived. She was going out there literally killing them. She was like literally hurting them, punishing them, and killing them. But I was wondering at the time, do you think it was Liv that could have been on me? Speaking to you about. Now imagine a chick, Liv starred in that movie. Imagine a chick trying to kill my love in the movie. And then my love is trying to be as a real gangster chick, and then she's showing me that she's about to get coffined up with her family and her friend a certain type of way from her. And then she's getting boxed down, coffined up, and then she's wondering what's happening to her, what the situation's about. And then imagine, it's just like, and see the movie I did with the real movie I did with my wife, with, with, with Jet Li's Astrological Empress. The real movie I did, it was a real gangster movie. So in the movie, my son had to really learn the regimen. Like they would have never knew in that movie that I prepared the way for his regimen a certain type of way. But in this movie, it should have it should have been me. But the way the nigga did that to her, I was like, oh my god, the guy was a savage. How could a nigga do something like that? The nigga can't be no full blown savage. And then you looking so sexy and pretty just like that. That don't make no sense to be like a full-blown savage like that, And then an individual just don't say nothing. It's just like, oh my God, what the fuck? What? Oh man, I couldn't believe it. And then I knew something was wrong. And then I always
think about the situation sometimes. So it's like, um, I always think about the situation at the time. So it's like, oh man, that it hurt my heart because I'm looking at my wife at this time like, yo, you know, I can't tell another person how I feel. Let me tell you how real this is. My wife, her Ixa, she looks even nicer than the Ixa that even collabos with. She look like her a little bit, but nicer, wonderful, real nicer individual. And then my wife China, when I used to go hang out with my wife China, it looked like the girl Almeida was on my wife China also, but it looked like another version, like Liv. It's like Liv knew where my shorty was or something. It's like Liv was just with some fucked up chicks. Like, oh, shorty came to the house and then she just happened to be there. Like Liv, after that, Liv was on it. Like, oh, this ain't he want to be with this? Oh no, 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 no. And I'm looking at, and then I'm with China at the time. She she tried to pamper me in the physical reality, and then when I met China, as I was recovering and I met her, it was another chick I hollered at. I was in the street one day, chilling, hanging out with niggas. Niggas was doing, on some, just looking at me through time, and I'm just on about life, just trying to be happy in life because I'm going through feeling like why the fuck am I going through things while I'm alive? Then I find out there's more to life about. I shouldn't feel special, all type of situations. And then I'm just thinking to myself every day, just keeping to myself because I'm the real Messiah. I never really had parents, so it's just like I'm recovering. So imagine how I'm not one of the human conditions of the filter. I'm the real situation, and then I'm an entrapment because another individual is trying to frame me through time. But I did so much in physics, my science and my allegory and art gotta be so real, a certain type of way. So I'm like, wow, man, I'm going through situations, and I'm like, why? And the people that I'm meeting all through my existence, the people I'm supposed to be with, and then when I'm supposed to be with them, can't be with them because all the individuals are hating on me, and it's calling for me to get into physical disputes with individuals a certain type of way. At a time, I'm like, yo, I'm just trying to be happy, and then as a time when I'm walking to get in physical disputes, other people are getting scared because they're like, yo, this guy is different. Like, I started getting on some real little gangster shit a certain type of way, but I'm not doing no fucked up things to people. But if a person try to did something to me, I'm handling the individual. So individuals are recognizing the situations happen a certain type of way, and I'm not robbing. I'm not doing certain things, and then individuals want me to partake in those type of actions so they can see. I guess they wanted to discredit me or something, and then it's not happening, but I'm still holding my own in the way I'm looked upon. So it's like, wow, another person was mad about the situation. So and then and when I start manhandling niggas, people don't like that. This one time, this guy came to me. This kid Trees kept it real with me one day. He was like, yo, man, something, man. Niggas don't, yo, man, nigga, you a man that's very, how can I say this? A man that's he's like, you got like the gift of gab, and you like you're a real. It's like you're a real don in a certain type of way, and niggas are intimidated when you come around and their girls are around. Niggas feel intimidated, my nigga. That's what it is. And that's why niggas don't be wanting to hang out sometimes and do certain things because when things like that happen, because niggas feel that way and you can't, you just can't be like that. But he was a more real upfront person, like yo, he had real things to go handle, so he ain't had time to even be babying niggas and talk to speak to niggas about certain things. You just gotta keep it moving and shit. He reminds me like of an individual, and he looks literally different, but he reminds me of an individual like like if I was hanging out with T.I., if T.I. ever wanted to know where his situation was, he remind me of a nigga that would have been like T.I. or other niggas that what I'm saying, other niggas, but I couldn't, me and this nigga, we hung out, but things happened certain type of ways around us, so we couldn't really hang out like that because other things that happened a certain type of way, and then he had to pay attention to what was going on because the way we grew up, certain things that happened between us a certain type of way when I was recovering and stuff. But he was a cool kid, he was a cool kid also, He has got, a lot of entrapment happened to him a certain type of way that's kind of fucked up, but, hey, I don't mean no sense to me, but hey, I don't get into the situation. Then you had literally other individuals at the time that was, my wife is a real chick. My wife watches me, and she seems like she doesn't watch me sometimes. My wife don't talk. I'm her real value of the Triple Crown emphasis. I'm the only really one, but I have children, and my wife watches me, and my wife be on some real gangster. If something happens, she gonna go get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think it's a joke, all right? And people didn't like that because there was something about other things about her that he wanted. But anyway, let me explain something. Let me explain something to you, right? Then I have in the movie. Anyway, let's speak about everything else what I was speaking about. Let's get back to what I was speaking about. But there was in the movie this kid. He looked different, and then individuals tried to get at him. And in the movie, I'm a man. I'm a man of real honor, and I'm a man of glory. Wherever I go, that's how my mentality is. In the movie, this guy, he slept with the girl. Like in the movie, he's like, he just did the desperado last minute situation, just slept with the girl, and then next thing you know, she was already getting boxed down. They're already trying to do things to her. They tried to kill her. They tried to kill her homegirl. Other people tried to do other funny things. Other people were skeptical about other things. Other people tried to make moves because of certain type of situations. And then on top of it, then Liv come around and just loosen the physical reality. And she was really in the movie. And she literally tried to kill. She whooped the girl ass. Like she started whooping her, whoosh, whoosh, all type of things that was never done in a certain type of way. And then and in the movie, the guy chilling one day, and then shorty breaking through the door. The guy's trying to fend her off from the girl from breaking through the door, trying to stop the girl from breaking through the door. And then next thing you know, shorty was outside when they tried to put her in a coffin and all type of stuff. A nigga, the nigga over there in the crib with her, he hanging out. Shorty coming, she trying to attack the niggas in the crib, both of them in the crib. He look like a little don ass nigga. He tried to attack the nigga in the crib. She couldn't attack the nigga in the crib. The nigga was a little confident nigga, but he was a little scaredy nigga. For some reason, he was like, he looked like he was a very cautious nigga, but Shorty tried to break down the door. He tried to send Shorty away. Then he's in the crib with Shorty like, oh, damn, there's too much things going on with you, man. I gotta make sure you're okay in a certain type of way or something. And then on top of it, they chilling. Shorty looked like she was teasing him or something with something. And then while they're hanging out, it's like, I don't know what happened or what Shorty must have did something. There's certain things that's being done. And the nigga just jumped, on her on the bed and just said, oh my God, and then he just started taking it. And I was like, oh, man. Wow, and I couldn't believe it and stuff, And then she was already being boxed down and all type of other things happening. And then the other one that, that was gonna fend off the situation, she was already, it was like Liv was trying to manhandle her too, but she had to come around to fend off the situation. And the little sensitive one was she was getting pounced in the bedroom, and I'm looking at no in my house like, oh my God. But remember, I'm reviewing this movie, and on the time, imagine if those people were my children or something. Oh my God, it's just like, oh, why did that happen? What caused that situation to happen like that? It's just like, oh man, look what happened. Look at the situation. Oh man, oh man, it's just like, it's a very fearful thing. And then it's playing in a system, in a time sequence scene, and I'm watching it. And I happen just to play it myself. And then on top of it, imagine if my children in the paradigm of time wondering about certain things that happen, then they find in situations, and then the things that happen around the time sequences that I was in watching that movie, people were already doing things like, it felt like I had to save America for something. Like, anyway, so I don't get into it. I don't think about it. It's like, yo, man, life is real. People pay attention to certain things in life. Life is very real. You don't take advantage of people. You don't take advantage of innocent people. You don't do that to certain girls. I don't know. I just feel like you shouldn't do that to certain girls a certain type of way because I know my wife, you know, another person to tell you what are you speaking about. Yo, my dude, I don't watch movies like that. And the only time I watch movies like that is when my wife comes and makes me watch the movie. You know, I don't have interest in certain things. I keep to myself. It's like I'm a type of person I like being outside a lot. I don't like being indoors. So you know, it's something a little different for me. You know, I don't have to, and I don't like being indoors. So I literally, you know, I just like being outside, going other places, and doing other things and stuff. And then my wife be extremely worried, or all my wives be extremely worried because every single one of my wives, I'm their real value that gave them value. So another person claim to be me, and then they got to think about the case they got to catch because they lied to everybody else. Then on top of it, I'm the real situation. So then they got to think about how they want to backtrack niggas. It's like the Haitian niggas, you know, the Jola niggas that did some old Jola shit, you know. So so some old, or how could I say this? Some old, I'm gonna do make another nigga look bad to look good at the time just to take advantage of a situation and then when they fuck up. Now it's like a nigga that it's like a you know it's a drug dealer situation. You know, yo, where my money? You don't got my money? Or where? Why don't I have my money? So you don't have my money? Where? Okay, hold up now. Get right here now. And then, you know, all types of shit. It has nothing to do with me because I can have money. I got all the money. Matter of fact, the reason why there's money in any astrological tree because of me. Nigga said, oh yeah, nigga, cool, 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 cool in. He said, you know, one time I was with my son, another nigga was looking for my son at the time and stuff, right? The nigga tried to push a shark. I was watching, yo, you ever seen that, let me speak about something else. You ever seen, thinking about that, you ever seen that cartoon Future? With the guy, the robot nigga? The nigga Bender? The nigga calls the nigga Bender and shit. Yo, my nigga. That nigga remind me of the white version of the Black Wizard of Oz. That nigga Bender remind me of the white version of the Black Wizard of Oz, my nigga. The nigga Bender tried to yo. The nigga, yo, if only my kids would have seen that. The nigga Bender was a murderer, my nigga. The nigga Bender looked like he just wanted to poison the water and stuff. He went to the, he went and he tied up a shark. He said, develop that shit. He tied up the shark and then he stomped it into the, oh, listen, you had to see what the nigga did, my nigga. And this, I was watching this shit yesterday, my nigga. Oh man, I couldn't believe it. I looked at that. I said, "Oh, you're my nigga." Let me take a look at something. Something I was just thinking about. Oh, maybe. Gotta listen to it. It's a wonderful. I love this song, man. You see it? It looked like real. It looked like Liv grabbing the corn. It looked like Liv was grabbing corn like, oh. You hear this nigga? When I find this nigga right here, uh-huh, uh-huh. Yo, there's a chick, Liv is saying, yo, listen, listen, my dude, these chicks are spiritual criminals. My nigga, sorry. Yo, yo, my nigga. Oh, yo, my nigga. Oh, my dude. Yo, my nigga. Oh, yeah. What? They tried to kill a nigga, my nigga. Yo, you ever had a chick that wanted to kill a nigga for something way back in the days other niggas knew about? And then she wants to justify it in the paradigm of time, like it was something with this nigga in the paradigm of time. And then now she gave, now she's a, you ever seen you ever heard of a madam? Escort, escort chick that pimps chicks and then manipulates their physical reality through time and through time and stuff, just to look good, telling them the whole game is okay for them, and then the chick that's doing it don't got no kids. The chick that's doing it don't got no kids in certain type of ways. She's looking for outside situations and stuff. Don't you want power? Don't you want revenge? Do you care about your family? Because she's trying to go after every astrological tree to kill an animal. In the movie, my nigga, when Liv tried to murder the Asian chick, and she already tried to box them down outside, and it looked like the nigga was like, yo, you just gonna die. And it looked like Liv was gonna pimp them chicks. And the nigga was looking at her like, yo, you know, it was gonna, the nigga looked like he was a person that's just going with the time and just trying to be, trying to be enjoyment and amusing with this situation. And then on top of it, he looked like he was just an individual. The correct word, proactive with his shit. You know what I'm saying? Little nigga, no, my nigga. The nigga looked like the nigga was a fucking villain, my nigga. The nigga just, after a while, he's like, you ever seen somebody like, fuck it, this bitch gonna die anyway, so why not take advantage of this situation and shit? That's what the nigga did, and then next thing you know, he on such a level, wondering what happened to his physical reality, like, what happened? Then, let me show you something. It's just like, you see that commercial, there was a chick on the commercial with Proactive that I was supposed to be with. And then I never found her. I was like, yo, look at that. She's on a commercial with extreme pimples. Looking like she done had acupuncture when it came to, it looked like she took out a lot of astrological empresses and she was just getting power. And then she just kept going and going for power. And then on top of it, she looked like she didn't honor her literal relationship when it came to having made existence. Like she went and did something else with somebody she wasn't supposed to be with. And then now they're on a commercial looking like they're looking for the wizard or something. The individuals that, oh no. The nigga look like the nigga on the commercial sound like their coach. And he's just trying to manipulate people because he don't want nobody to know what he did a certain type of way. And he said, if you see this, he probably tell you, look at this chick. Now she don't got no acne at all. Look, her situation really cleared up. And then he probably the one that caused it, You're my dude. Then in life, my wife don't want me and don't want the girls that, she be wanting me to refine astrological tree. All of them are like that. And they don't want me to speak to them like I'm their dad or something, Because at the time, it's just like, she don't, a person likes feeling a certain way. She doesn't want to feel like a little savage or just tickling girls' crotch. Or, oh, your dad came home and just jumped in the bed with your dad. Somebody say, well, crazy. So you don't want to make somebody mentally feel uncomfortable. And then on top of it, the way I be looking at life, oh, man, once I'm a certain type of way, like, no, sorry. You know, there was daughters of mine that literally had to be with certain individuals. I just had to separate my daughters from the family. So if my sons want to be with my daughters at the time, so and so. But I only did that on their planet when their mother was home, and I was on their planet, not my private. My private planet here, I'm the only dick right here. And if my sons are ever getting dick, like they're getting visited or being things brought to them, or they go on a vacation, or certain things I already knew of my wife, and my wife already educated, you know, they're already educated or refined. They're they're on their own planet, and then on the top of it, they're all the way southwest continent. If anything comes to this place, there's no going to southwest. If you go to southwest, good, good for you. You're already where you want to be. Yeah, I hope you fucking get murdered. You know, let niggas know that you came here and wasted my time and money and shit for nothing. Tell my wife what's gonna happen is what you already did. You ain't make a man's heart feel good for the reason of your condition. You already caused what you want to cause. And if you're already a pimple bitch and you already did something, then fuck you. Go ahead. Because I don't want it. You better hope that you wasn't no you better hope you wasn't no element chick that like playing with dildos. Because if it wasn't your hand, it better not have been no dildos. Another nigga just trying to find, oh, I got this dildo for you, your homegirl that doesn't care about astrological treatment, that just dishonor their dignity, going around hold on, door to door salesperson, you know, the chicks, the original chicks that fucked up Aphrodite, right? Door, door to door to door, door to door, dildo workers. Aphrodite be looking at them at a time. She can't even go inside the house. Certain people should probably be inside the house, can't even make it obvious what's going on because they be looking at the person, they're already inside the person's house, and then she's having consideration like, oh my God, you got a monster in your house selling you this? Telling you? You know, I'm not saying anything's wrong with a dildo. For certain girls, it's okay. Literally, certain girls can use a dildo. Certain girls can't use a dildo. Why? Because their mother can't use a dildo. Their mother's magic is too high to dishonor the reason of my existence. There's no manipulating for some side joke. There's no manipulating for some side joke. There's only one joke, and that's the original side joke. That's me dropped over jail. And when I say the original side joke, the first one that got side joked. Oh, this one. Wait, look at this. Oh, so if I wasn't. Oh, really? Oh, this is how he's gonna learn? Oh, no. Oh, you gonna learn tonight. Let me show you how I make dreams come true in certain ways. Tonight. Y'all know what I'm doing. Nigga want me to say other people's rules and all types of things because other people bad, you know, your little capo, I caught him on television. So the nigga's probably over here some way, you know, in and out the crib trying to creep up on a nigga so he can say, yo, listen, you know, I was in this crib, I could have killed somebody with sleeping. No, I just seen you leaving because of what I already did to you and you had to bounce. You know, you fade out motherfucker. You know, back to the what? Back to your what? Wow, man. You think Nigga try to play certain. Look at that nigga like, oh, in dangerous games with another nigga, my nigga. And then another nigga, if you hear this YouTube, like what? Nigga crept up on you while you were sleeping? What happened in the paradigm? Another nigga, he'll be looking for you, babes. You like, he said, you almost caused the wrong nigga to get a kiss goodnight. He said, after all this time, I want a nigga to say, ma. He said, if you like framing niggas, then here we go. Ma. Nigga run up on you, you sure look good tonight. Whoo, after all this. Nigga said, oh, another nigga, something never happened to certain niggas, certain way, and wondering when did that shit start happening to them? Oh, you thought it was this now? You thought it was this? Oh, yeah, I don't know about me. Oh. Alice used to look at me, you're the best, baby. Thank you very much. I thought you knew. Top hat and all. You know, welcome to New York. Made another version of it for my Mushu niggas. Then I did the Timmy Calaban. Oh man. You better hope niggas ain't photogenic, nigga. Nigga paying all type of money for certain things. Like, oh, you heard that? Gotta go back. Gotta go back. Gotta let the Legion know. The Legion like, oh yeah. Brace to the brace. Oh man. Boys to men, DVD. We're not there tonight. I'm saying it. Boys to men, ABC, DVD. More time feeling. Nigga said, more time feeling back. You heard this nigga wearing that? You ever think about what I was saying? More time feelings back again. If you wanna be so smooth. You know, I used to hang out with Smooth. You know Kevin, Smooth. But I'm the real nice. More time feelings back again. Other people want it. They're like nice and smooth, and so you know. This is how the story goes. Niggas, everybody jamming in parties like, yo, who the fuck is they thinking about other rap nights? Like, here we go, y'all. And you know, you can get with this or you can get with that. You can get with this or you can get with. Hold on, let me say it the right way. You can get with this or you can get with that. You can get with this or you can get with that. You can get with this or you can get with that. But you can get with this because this is where it's at. Engine number 9 on the New York Transit line. If my train goes off the track, pick it up. Yo, I think that niggas going crazy back in the days, nigga. Nigga Bishop said, yo man, I don't give a fuck. Nigga said, what? You don't know how real I am. You ain't. nigga. That'd be a world concert, nigga. Nigga, I'm the real Elvis person, nigga. You think I don't know how to entertain you? You fucking stupid, nigga. What? Mm-mm-mm. You know what's so funny, too? My wife, my real wife, when she finds a nigga that's doing that mooshu magic that's trying to fuck up the chemistry, and when I can't even tell you that. One day, my wife came to me. Nobody was around. She came at the right moment. She was like, jerk off. she, she said, wow. She was invisible at the time. She just couldn't have sucked my dick right then and there. Even if she tried, nobody would have. Oh my god. Oh man. Yo, my nigga. I don't even know how to tell you, my nigga. What? Nigga said, he said, juke down. Give me panani, wa. You remember this? Give me panani, wa, panani. 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 Kuli panani, blacky panani, whitey panani, Indian panani. Any punani make me happy. Glimity glamity boy. You have to shot me, glimity glamity boy. You have to take me, glimity glamity boy. Never gonna kill me, glimity glamity boy. Shots go far away from me. Give me punani, wa punani. Give me punani, wa. You know, I have to say it like this now, but because you're never gonna get a shot me, glimity glamity boy. Shots go away from me, glimity glamity boy. It's never take me, glimity glamity right. Them papa follow me, give me panani, wa panani. But the shots in the AIDS never follow me. Give me panani, wa panani. Give me panani, wa panani. What to do? What? Yo, my nigga, I used to be in places making my dances for the things I used to sing in. So my nigga, the people used to. He used to come on stage and oh yeah, big shot, nigga. Yo man, oh, hold on. They said them are gonna wheel it tune. They said the song boy dead now. Oh my nigga, what? The kid just look at me. Oh my! He's like, this, yo, that, this. He's like, yo, this is mine. Oh man! And then look at what happened. They called it TPT. You know something? Yo, me think our next man stupid, you know. Because even though the youth there, he went to go juke down the place the next time there, right? Don't touch the youth there, then. Because another person show me something, me, I'm going to get the youth there. They said, no. The wife can't tell me the youth. Definitely pick me like why you make you try to get stuff? Who you think on the who you think originally was on the scene at the next time? So why you have to do it like that? Imagine. Reasonable. My wife said, yo, it's somewhat longer than you, but tonight the night, you must like the dust and pick up yourself in a competition where people say them the rat pump or rat pump pump, no quicker, quicker, somebody go call the program, make it quicker, quicker. Somebody first to stay along there, quicker, quicker. Let me say, in a boy, them caught in the yard, why am I didn't know I'm a sound very out, boy? If you ever come around me, give me cut from the corner, then quicker, quicker. Leave me alone. Another sound is bothering. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Leave me alone. Another sound is bothering. Oh no, hey. Some boy like a big Japan. We love the sound is the champion. Watch yourself in a position and big up them man them who have to sing along them quick quick. They say yo man big time you know. They say what do you mean yo this are the big time you know. What do you mean yo man? Like TP? They're like TP where you at? They're like, yo, that's TP, man. But where TBT? TBT, TPT. Come in, man. Wham, come in, wham. Jules down, like, yo, man, wham. Come in. Yo, wait a minute. I said, what is this? Yo, me are the reason of the crown. And a boy them can't tell me sound. If a crown needed a jewel, me and the twinkle that sing along, say with me, reason for the crown them man. Wow. And my name not Shield, but you have to know how nice I am. You have to know literally, you know. And then say, you can't be cool, no man. Easy, no man. Yeah, man. You see, long time, you know, man. You can't, man, put that, man. Oh, man. And Marlon said, look at nice. Look at nice. He had a weapon. The nigga said, yo, listen, you think I ain't hear certain mix? You think I ain't hear certain mix or this? You're not saying nothing, you know. I said, oh. You hear me say, you nigga say, what do you mean? You know style. Style, style, yeah. Oh, look at them, come. They can't, they're not no virgin, but can't one. Come in. You style, mama, this doing jumping on me, honestly. Just something on the one top to down and you style, then okay, to back up in my studio. Who's gonna do this? It's a boom, you know what I'm saying? Bogle sucker said, I said, we want boogie tonight. Look, here's the cigar on it. They want to run it down. And I some people say, we can't look on it. We can't be the same way. You see? So we have to change it around. Back up, ease up. You know, they look. Plus me, I down, battle and sweet. Uptown, downtown. You have to rock to the beat. Only in the right hand. You manage it. Remember the jumping. He's in the chase on doing back shot. He's not in the road. Hey! Is it when me I come in, the new place I'm going up. You was on it. Oh man. We're going. Say hello again, kids. We're going to go in again. The next man thinking about everything right now. Next gal, with the next man, stupid. Wow, man. And you know something? Even the false in a possession them, one day they let every single children a certain time see the video of them so they can know it's a real thing. Hold on, man. We try to warn the kids with them. The kids with them so they can't they wanted one night. I said, nah, have to stop. Then you have to say what they wanted one night. They wanted the right vine. But me are the original guy that and a man them say you're looking for that for more time. Me are just the baby to come pan fire. You don't know what's going on, so be careful of the and don't drink the water. What? If you move your lose, yeah, you understand? With a bunch of a man can't get mad because me are the reason for the man. A man can't get mad if you think then you have to sing along. So, oh, you see? Oh, your man nigga, I used to make dub. Your man nigga, you know when I was with the set before, I used to write dub plates for niggas. Another nigga said, what you talking about? Like, another nigga used to be like, MIA. Yup, my nigga. This little nigga wrote a dub plate. The nigga said, yo, man. The man said, yo, listen, y'all can sing it like this. Nigga. What you mean? You know what I do? I look at man and say, yo, me make a tune, me make a nice tune for you. A man look at me and say, what do you mean? Yo, man, yo. He said, yo, man, yo, this are the real thing there. But the man don't want to dub this. Another nigga said, yo, what you call a blazer? DJ Blaze. They said, blazer. The man said, why do you didn't see that far? They said, what are your name? They said, Yad Chalash. Tell me your name. Said, I'm Afraha. What you mean? Said, what you thinking you're doing? When you look on me, hey, hey, hey. If you think you are ruined, then I'ma blow out your frame. Hey, hey. You're watching the real glory, the understanding that never feel sorry. You're watching the real glory. another person asking me a certain type of question and trying to figure out certain things for certain individuals. Yeah, bro, the question another person's thinking and asking me in another way. That'd be kind of crazy to think that, man. You know, the only reason why, let me tell you why I'm in this predicament that I'm in. You want to know why, my nigga? Because your homeboy Adam. The person, what? What? Yeah, listen. Man, where we at, man? I have to be here at a certain time. What the fuck am I? You ever thought about it, bro? Does it seem like not? Have you been listening to the things I've been saying, bro? Can't test this man. Anytime you come up on the scene, it could be a murder, then or two. Can't test this man. Say, girl, if you caught up with your boyfriend, let it go. If your boyfriend come in, then you singing at the place, then appear, then a man leave a straight white trace. Go long, man. The nigga said, "Mom, see if them wanna come, if them wanna come back." I said, "Oh." Nigga said that on it. I said, "Well, yeah." They said, me life are longer than you. Yeah, man. I speak too much, and there's too much people on the mega code. We'll speak another time. YouTube, once again, thank you, loved one. You already know that, yo, you listen. Dan Emerald, that tickle Silver, said, yo, Silver can't stay calm around me. She intensity too much for Silver when it comes to